Well, make no mistake, what you're seeing right across Europe at the moment is pretty seismic. Of course, I've highlighted here on my channel. Virtually every election recently in Europe, you've seen Eurosceptic parties making gains. And you're now seeing basically Europe-wide protests against EU rules and red tape. These are the farmer protests that you've seen sweep across Europe, everywhere from Poland to Romania to France. You've seen Emmanuel Macron, the French president, say that he's going to sort of plead with the EU to make changes. And this has now come to Brussels because there's an EU summit where various European leaders are going to be meeting. And you've seen barbed wire now actually out in Brussels. And that's because the farmers' protests against these EU rules, against some of this crackpot green agenda, the farmers have now arrived in Brussels. And so you're seeing the EU quarter, where the European Parliament is based, actually brought to a standstill. You can see the sort of scenes today in Brussels. Major disruption has arrived in Brussels. Tractors arriving en masse in Brussels and across much of Belgium as well, it seems. And what others may gloss over, the important detail here, is that these protests specifically are against EU regulations, EU rules being faced by farmers. And of course, there are European elections this June with 1,200 tractors, it's being reported, in Brussels. As I said, the EU quarter closed off. A spokesperson for the police saying there are now about 1,000 tractors around in the entire region, 1,300. Young Belgian farmers involved in this. It seems farmers from abroad, including Italy, also involved. You're seeing fires in front of the European Parliament. Reports of farmers throwing eggs at the European Parliament as well. And the early indications are that the EU may be prepared to offer some concessions to farmers. But these are Europe-wide protests that have now arrived in Brussels against EU rules, against EU regulations, as I said, with the European elections on the horizon. This is pretty seismic stuff. I will keep bringing you all the latest on this and more, guys. So please do whack this video a quick thumbs up. And of course, as ever, cheers for watching.